Hi guys, this is Miss Bofiche, and today we're going to learn about two-step equations. So last week we did one-step equations, and today we're going to do two steps. Our I can statement, I can solve two-step equations using inverse operations, and we're working at a limited level, so we're almost proficient, but we're still one step below. So two-step equations. Quick, we're going to do a review. So how do you undo addition, or what's the inverse operation of addition? That would be subtraction. And then how do you undo subtraction? It's the opposite, which is addition. How do you undo multiplication? You divide. And then how do you undo division? You multiply. So these are all inverse operations. What is a variable? The variable is just the letter. It's the unknown. We don't know what it is. We're trying to figure out what it is. That's what we solve for. The constant is the number all by itself. So no letter attached to it. And the coefficient is attached to the variable. It's attached to the letter. So it's important to know the difference between a variable, a constant, and a coefficient. There we go. All right, so steps for solving. First step, well, it's really step 0. You just find the side that has the variable on it, because whichever side has the variable on it, that's what you're going to be doing and manipulating it. The very first thing you do is you're going to undo any addition or subtraction. So you're going to do any addition or subtraction. So if you see a plus sign, you're going to subtract. If you see a minus sign, you're going to add. So that is step 1. Step 2 is you're going to undo any multiplication or division. So we're going to undo any multiplication or division. That is step 2. And then step 3 is just to box your final answer, whatever your x equals or your m or whatever your variable is. So you find the variable, you undo any addition or subtraction, then you undo any multiplication or division, and then you box your final answer. This is a reminder, though, that whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. You have to keep equations balanced, so you can't just add 3 to one side and not add 3 to the other. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. All right, first example. Negative 5y plus 8 equals negative 7. We find the side that has the variable. The variable is y. It's right here. We have to undo any addition or subtraction. Remember, this is a negative 5. That doesn't mean subtraction. That just means negative. It's actually a coefficient. Right here is what we're going to undo first, this plus 8. So we're going to subtract 8 from both sides. On the left-hand side, we didn't do anything to negative 5y, so it drops down. 8 minus 8 cancels, so we cross it out. Equals negative 7 minus 8. To put this into your calculator, the negative button is underneath the 3. It's not the minus. So negative 7 minus 8 is negative 15. And just like that, we have a one-step equation. We're going to go ahead and divide by negative 5 on both sides. On the left-hand side, these cancel, and we're left with just y. And negative 15 divided by negative 5 is a positive 3. Use your calculator. I know you think you're really good at integers and positive and negative numbers, but please just use your calculator to double check. Because a lot of you would say negative 3 in this case, when it's really positive 3. Example 2, we have m divided by 4 plus 8 equals 10. Our variable is m, so we're going to be working on the left-hand side. We have to undo any addition or subtraction. We do have addition, so the opposite or the inverse is to subtract by 8 on both sides. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. M divided by 4 gets to drop down because we didn't do anything to it. 8 minus 8 cancels, so we cross it out. And 10 minus 8 is 2. And we're down to one step. M divided by 4, the opposite of dividing by 4 is to multiply by 4 on both sides. These 4's cancel, and we're left with 2 times 4, which is 8. So m equals 8. Example 3, we have 1/3 c minus 7 equals 1. Our variable is c, so we're going to be working on the left-hand side. We have to undo any addition or subtraction. We do have subtracting 7, so we're going to do the opposite, which is to add 7 to both sides. 1/3 c gets to drop down because we didn't do anything to it. Negative 7 plus 7 cancels, so we cross it out. And 1 plus 7 is 8. We're almost done. We still have to get this 1/3 to go away. Last Friday, we learned that to get rid of a fraction, you just divide by that fraction, which is 1/3. So we're going to do 8 divided by 1/3. On the left-hand side, it cancels and we're left with just C. To do 8 divided by 1/3, remember you use your ABC button. Your ABC button is going to be your best friend. Let it be your best friend. So we do 8 divided by 1ABC3. And when you do that, you get 24. So C equals 24. Keeps happening. Sorry. Example 4, negative 47 equals 3x minus 50. Our variable is x. It's over on the right-hand side. We have to undo any addition or subtraction. We have minus 50 happening, so we have to add 50 to both sides. On the left-hand side, negative 47 plus 50, put it into your calculator. Negative 47 plus 50 is positive 3. So 3 equals, 3x gets to drop down because we didn't do anything to it. Negative 50 plus 50 cancels out, so we cross it out. We have 3 on the variable. It's our coefficient. It's multiplication. The inverse or the opposite is to divide by 3 on both sides. 3 divided by 3 is just 1, and 3 divided by 3 is just 1. So 1x or x equals 1. Either one work. You can put 1x or you can just put x. It's the same thing. Last one, we have 15 plus 2.5m equals 70. Our m is our variable, so we're back on the left-hand side. A lot of people would try to subtract 2.5 on this side. However, that 2.5 is attached to the m, therefore it is multiplication. So we have to get rid of the addition or subtraction first. So we have positive 15. The opposite of positive 15 is to subtract 15, or negative 15. 15 minus 15 cancels. We didn't do anything to 2.5m, so we just drop it down. And 70 minus 15 is 55. All right. This, again, is multiplication, 2.5 times m. So we're going to divide by 2.5 on both sides. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. 2.5 over 2.5 is just 1, or 1m. And 55 divided by 2.5 is 22. So you can either leave it as 1m equals 22, or that 1 can be invisible. M equals 22. So that is two-step equations. It's you have to find the variable. That's the side you work on. You take care of any addition or subtraction first. Once you've done that, you're going to either multiply or divide by a number, whatever's on the variable, and then you box your final answer. That is two-step equations.